Hi, John. Today, we are going to talk about how to make relationships better. It's important for everyone to know, and it will also help our listeners practice their English. Are you ready to discuss?
Yes, Emma, I'm excited to talk about this. Good relationships make life happier, and we can share simple tips that are easy to follow. Let's start.
What do you think is the first step to a good relationship?
I think the first step is communication. Talking openly and listening carefully helps us understand each other. When people share their feelings and thoughts, they feel more connected and can solve problems better.
I agree. Listening is so important. Why do you think it's hard for some people to listen well?
Sometimes, people are busy thinking about what they want to say next. It's important to focus on what the other person is saying. By being patient and listening without interrupting, we show that we care about what they feel and think.
Respect is the foundation of a healthy relationship. When we respect someone's opinions and boundaries, it makes them feel valued. Even when we disagree, respect helps us stay calm and find a solution that works for both sides.
That's true. Respecting differences makes a big difference. Do you think trust is important in a relationship?
Absolutely. Trust is everything. Without trust, it's hard to feel safe and happy in a relationship. Building trust takes time, and it means being honest, keeping promises, and showing that we are reliable in both small and big things.
I agree. Trust is built over time with actions. What's one way to rebuild trust if it's broken?
Rebuilding trust starts with saying sorry and admitting mistakes. Then, it's important to take actions that show you've changed. Being patient and understanding that it takes time to regain someone's trust is key to repairing the relationship.
That's good advice. How do you think kindness helps in making relationships better?
Kindness can go a long way in improving relationships. Small acts of kindness, like giving compliments, helping with tasks, or simply being there for someone, show that you care. Being kind makes the other person feel valued and appreciated.
Exactly. Sometimes it's the little things that matter most. What about forgiveness? How does that help a relationship?
Forgiveness helps people move on from hurt feelings. Holding on to anger can damage the relationship over time. When we forgive, we let go of the past and give the relationship a fresh start. It also helps both people feel lighter and happier.
Spending time together strengthens the bond. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just being present and doing activities together like cooking, walking, or watching a movie helps build connection. It's about making memories and enjoying each other's company.
Yes, that's a great point. Shared experiences bring people closer. Do you think it's important to show appreciation in a relationship?
Definitely. Saying thank you and showing appreciation helps the other person feel recognized and valued. Even for small things, appreciation reminds us not to take each other for granted and keeps the relationship positive.
Yes, I completely agree. Feeling appreciated can make a big difference. How do you think people can deal with conflict in a relationship?
Conflict is normal, but it's important to handle it calmly. Instead of shouting or blaming, try to talk about the problem with respect. It helps to focus on finding a solution together rather than trying to win the argument.
That's a great strategy, working together to solve problems. Do you think setting boundaries is important in a relationship?
Yes, setting boundaries is very important. Boundaries show what is okay and what is not. When both people understand each other's limits, it makes the relationship healthier. It also prevents misunderstandings and helps both people feel respected.
Supporting each other during both good and tough times is key. Whether it's celebrating success or offering a shoulder to lean on during difficult times, being supportive strengthens the relationship and helps both people feel cared for.
I agree. Support is essential for a strong bond. Do you think having fun together is important?
Yes, having fun is very important. Laughter and enjoying good moments together make the relationship more joyful. Whether it's trying something new or just joking around, fun keeps the relationship fresh and exciting.
Absolutely. Fun and laughter are like glue that holds people together. How do you think being honest helps a relationship?
Honesty builds trust. When we are open about our feelings and thoughts, even when it's difficult, it creates understanding. It also prevents misunderstandings and makes the relationship more genuine and strong.
That's true. Honesty makes everything clearer. How can patience help in a relationship?
Patience helps us give each other time to grow and change. Every person is different, and sometimes it takes time to understand each other. Being patient shows that we are willing to work through challenges together without rushing.
Patience is so important. Do you think it's necessary to keep learning about each other in a relationship?
Yes, relationships are always evolving. People change over time, so it's important to keep asking questions, learning about each other's likes, dislikes, dreams, and fears. This keeps the relationship strong and prevents it from becoming stale.
No one is perfect, and accepting each other's flaws creates a more loving relationship. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, we can focus on the good qualities and support each other's growth. This makes the relationship more positive and understanding.
That's a wonderful point. We all have flaws, and acceptance helps build love. What about showing affection? How does that improve a relationship?
Showing affection, whether through words, touch, or small gestures, helps keep the emotional connection strong. It reminds both people that they are loved and cared for. Simple things like hugs, holding hands, or saying "I love you" can make a big impact.
Affection really does strengthen the bond. Lastly, how can gratitude help in making relationships better?
Gratitude helps us focus on the good things in our relationship. By expressing thanks for each other's efforts and kindness, we make the other person feel valued. Gratitude also creates a positive atmosphere, which leads to a happier and stronger relationship.
John, we've covered a lot about how to make relationships better. What do you think about patience when people argue?
Patience is key during arguments. Instead of reacting quickly with anger, it's better to take a deep breath and think before speaking. Giving yourself time helps avoid saying hurtful things and shows the other person that you care about resolving the issue.
Apologizing is important, but it must be sincere. Saying "I'm sorry" and explaining why you're sorry shows you understand the problem. It's also important to make changes after the apology. This way, the other person sees that you are serious about fixing things.
I completely agree. Actions speak louder than words. Do you think it's important to give space in a relationship?
Yes, giving space is necessary. Everyone needs time for themselves, and allowing the other person to enjoy their hobbies or personal time shows respect. It also keeps the relationship healthy by letting both people recharge and focus on themselves. Keeping promises builds trust. When you do what you say, it shows that you are reliable. If you break promises, it can hurt the relationship because the other person may feel like they can't depend on you. Always try your best to follow through on your commitments.
That's so true. Trust grows with every promise kept. How do you think humor plays a role in making relationships better?
Humor is a wonderful tool for relationships. It helps lighten the mood during difficult times and brings joy to everyday life. Laughing together creates a sense of closeness, and it reminds both people to not take everything too seriously.
I love that. Laughter really is the best medicine. How about empathy? Why is it important in a relationship?
Empathy means trying to understand how the other person feels. When you can put yourself in their shoes, it helps you respond with kindness and care. Empathy reduces misunderstandings and helps both people feel more connected on an emotional level.
That's a great reminder. Understanding each other's feelings makes everything better. How do you feel about celebrating small moments in a relationship?
Celebrating small moments is essential. It shows that you appreciate each other, not just during big events, but also in daily life. Whether it's a small achievement or just enjoying a peaceful evening together, these moments help keep the relationship exciting and full of love.
That's so sweet. It's the little things that often matter most. How can giving compliments help strengthen a relationship?
Compliments show appreciation and love. When you compliment someone, you're telling them that you notice the good things about them. It boosts their confidence and makes them feel valued. A simple, genuine compliment can brighten someone's day and make the bond stronger.
Yes, flexibility is about being open to change. Relationships are not perfect, and things don't always go as planned. When you're flexible, you can adapt and find new ways to work together. It prevents frustration and makes the relationship smoother and more enjoyable.
I couldn't agree more, John. Gratitude really does create a positive environment. Well, this has been a great conversation. I hope our listeners learned a lot about how to improve their relationships.
It was a pleasure talking with you, Emma. And to our listeners, remember to practice these tips and, of course, keep improving your English. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more helpful discussions and language lessons.